In this installment, we're going to be going over the MLB bet slate for Friday, June 7th. Let's get into it. Hey, yo! Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our Friday, June 7th MLB slate we got going on. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetsJetsD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91. And don't forget about that Patreon. Right now, we're at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 5.61 thousand subscribers. This is the road to 10K, and we are well on our way. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Continue to show up and show out like you have been. If you're already subscribed, continue to like and comment. That helps the YouTube algorithm. If you're not subscribed right now, you guys are missing out on YouTube and on Patreon, the community that we're building on both platforms. So I highly encourage you guys, if you're not subscribed, to hit that subscribe button right now. And if either or, all right, to make sure you hit that like button. We should definitely have 200 plus likes on each and every video and above. If we're doing all these types of numbers that you see down below, it would help gratefully. Okay, now for the previous video of MLB, we went 4 for 4, so 50% there in the previous video with the picks. We're going to do better in this one here. And for the Patreon, if you signed up, MLB parlay did not hit, but the NBA Finals did come through. We had Celtics money line, and we had Celtics to cover the 6.5. Both of those came through, but the total did not hit. It went under. But the main play there was the Celtics money line and Celtics to cover. That came through with flying colors. So if you want the premium plays, and if you want the NBA future bets and MLB future bets, which is coming very soon, you sign up for that link provided down below. First game up on the Friday slate, we have the Atlanta Braves, who are currently 35-25, going up against the Washington Nationals, 27-35 here. Looking at the current odds, Braves are road favorites here, minus 210 on the money line, with the comeback of the Washington Nationals at a plus 170. And the total is set at 8 runs. Looking at the public bet percentage here, 90% of the bets is coming in on the Atlanta Braves, 61% of the money. So we got a little bit of sharp money here coming in on that Washington, sneaking and creeping on this plus 170 money line here. So that's very, very interesting to see despite this matchup in the pitching department. Looking at the total runs, 77% of the bets, 81% of the money towards the over 8 runs here. The pitching matchup here, a little bit lopsided if you're looking at names. Chris Sale, 8-1 with a 3.06 ERA, going up against Jake Irvin, 3-5 with a 3.39 ERA. Chris Sale just been a dominant lefty veteran for the Atlanta Braves here. When healthy, he's been very dominant. Right now, he has a 30% K rate to righties. The home run per 9 is well below 1 at 0.68, and the batting average is at a 230 as well, with the whip at a 1.04. So Chris Sale's looking like his old self, like he was with his previous teams. Jake Irvin on the other side has been solid this year. As you can look at his ERA, has been fine with a 3.39 ERA. He just faced the Braves and had a phenomenal outing. 6 innings, 10 Ks. So despite that great outing, I do expect the Atlanta Braves bats to make some adjustments for the second time around against young Jake Irvin. And his home road splits are very, very telling here. At home, he has a 4.91 ERA. So I'm going to be leaning towards the Atlanta Braves here. Going to be fading some of that sharp money coming in on the Washington Nationals. Giving the Atlanta Braves here with a clear-cut favorite. I like them on a money line, and I like the Atlanta Braves to cover that run spread at a minus 1.5. Oh, also, if we're going towards the total over/under, I'm going to lean towards the over with these Atlanta bats going up against Jake Irvin and hopefully getting into that bullpen as well. Next game up is the Baltimore Orioles, 39-22, going up against the Tampa Bay Rays, 31-31. This particular game does not have a line yet. It is not available at the time of this recording, but I saw this pitching matchup, dug deep here, and I saw an opportunity that we can take advantage of here. We're looking at Cole Irvin, who's 5-2 with a 2.84 ERA, 1.16 WHIP. He's played very well this year for the Baltimore Orioles, going up against Aaron Savali, who is 2-4 with a 5.37 ERA and a 1.34 WHIP there. He's been okay. But both of these guys here are in situations where I think the bats and the offense for the Rays and Orioles are in plus matchups. I love the over in this spot. If we're talking about Cole Irvin, yes, despite the fact that he's had phenomenal stats this year, he struggled against the Rays in previous seasons and previous BVP. If you could look at it, it's very bad BVP there. And he is not this good at all. Go check his fan graphs. He is not this good. This 2.84 ERA, that's going to turn around very, very quickly. We're talking about a left-handed pitcher here, and the Tampa Bay Rays are top 7 in the league against left-handed pitching. So this is a spot that they can attack Cole Irvin, who I think is a fraud as of right now. And for Aaron Savali, he has horrible BVP against the Baltimore Orioles as well. He has a major home run problem against righties with a 1.42 home run per 9 and versus lefties with a 1.88 home run per 9. So I think a lot of runs are going to come in this one. Whenever it finally comes up, I'm going to be taking the over here between the Orioles and the Rays. I imagine to be around that 8.5 to 9 range, but I'm going to be taking the over in that. And if we're going with where I'm leaning towards, I'm going to lean towards plus 1.5 on the Tampa Bay Rays side of things, because Rays should be underdogs in this spot because the Baltimore Orioles are so good with their 39-22 record, and the fact that Cole Irvin has been pitching well this year. Next up, we have a major matchup here between the LA Dodgers going up against the New York Yankees. Highly anticipated matchup. Could this be the World Series? A lot of people hope for that. But here, Dodgers are 39-25 going up against the Yankees 45-19. Looking at the odds right now, the Dodgers are slight favorites, minus 120 on the money line. And the Yankees are even money on the comeback. The total is set at 8.5 as well. All right. So this pitching matchup we got here with Yoshinobu Yamamoto going up against Cody Poteet, who they recently called up, and this is his third start so far right now. On the Yamamoto side, newly acquired from Japan, has been as good as advertised. A 29% K rate versus lefties, a 27% K rate versus righties. The average against lefties is a 1.94 average, very good. The whip is very low at a 0.96 whip. And most of this lineup he's going to see here will be left-handed hitters in the New York Yankees. So that's working in his wheelhouse right there as a right-handed pitcher. On the other side, you got Cody Poteet. Short amount of time here with the Yankees, but he has major home run problems. This has been a career journeyman. He's been in and out the minor leagues. His home run per 9 is a 1.93. And his expected numbers tell me a different story as well, that this start right now with his 2.45 ERA and a 0.91 whip will change. And guys, in this Dodgers lineup here, with that issue with the home run problem, I expect the Dodgers bats to get to Cody Poteet. Let's be serious here in Cody Poteet against this Dodgers lineup. This is a big mismatch here. So give me the Dodgers on the money line here. I like them at a minus 120. If I'm going with the over-under, I would... What are they going to come at? Are they going to score with them? I'm going to lean towards the under 8.5 runs here. I think Yamamoto and this bullpen of the Dodgers will contain the Yankees, and I would be tempted to take that minus 1.5 with the LA Dodgers. I expect a lot of money coming in on that New York side, especially in this type of matchup here. In the Great American Small Park here, we got the Chicago Cubs going against the Cincinnati Reds. Cubs are 31-32. Reds are 30-33. Looking at the current odds right now, we have the Reds as slight favorites, -115 on the money line with the comeback of the Chicago Cubs at a -105. The total run set at 9. And looking at this public bet percentage here, we have 81% of the bets, 94% of the money on the Cincinnati Reds here. Total runs, 78% of the bets, 93% of the money towards the over here in Great American Small Park. So that is a trend that probably will continue. The game one did go over. They had 12 runs between the Cubs and the Reds in game one. This is the second game of their series right now, and we have a pitching matchup between Justin Steele, 0-2 with a 4.1 ERA, going up against Nick Lodolo here, 5-2 with a 3.11 ERA. These guys just faced each other, okay? So Justin Steele just faced the Cincinnati Reds, like I said, 5 innings, 1 earned run, 4 walks, and had 5 Ks. He's been very hittable this year. Other than that good outing against the Reds, he's given up 16 earned runs in his last 5 starts, and he's given up 6 home runs in his last 5 starts. And now he's in the very small confines of Cincinnati, where a ton of home runs can be hit from. So that's going to be a big question mark there. And Nick Lodolo on the other side, it was a total opposite. He just faced the Cubs, pitched 6 innings, gave up 7 hits and 2 earned runs. So he got hit a little bit more here, but he's been solid throughout this season, and I'm liking what I'm seeing out from his peripherals. If we're looking at ERA and FIP and XFIP, Nick Lodolo is looking like the more solidified guy. Justin Steele has a lot of question marks, especially when you look at that game log and you see all the earned runs and home runs he's been giving up. Give me the Cincinnati Reds at home. I'll be taking them. If you can get them at a +1.5. So currently I'm guessing right here. No, I'm not guessing. The Cubs are the slight favorite here. The Reds are the slight underdog. So this is great value here on the home team. -115 on the money line I'll take, and the +1.5 on the Reds I'll definitely take. I'll take that +1.5 at a -190. If we're looking at the over-under, I'm going to go towards the over 9 runs here. I do expect the Reds bats to get towards the Cubs, and maybe after Lodolo is gone, they can get a few runs to try to catch up here in the Chicago Cubs, because we are talking about the Great American Small Park here. But the main plays, Reds money line, Reds +1.5, and the over 9 in Cincinnati. Next up, we have the Cleveland Guardians, 40-21, going up against the Miami Marlins, 21-41 here. Looking at the current odds, we have the Cleveland Guardians as slight road favorites here, -115, with the run spread at a 1.5 and the total runs at an 8. Marlins are to come back at a -105 as well. All right, for the public bet percentage here, 86% of the bets, 98% of the money coming in on the Guardians. They're heavily favored here. For the total, we have 86% of the bets, 88% of the money towards the Miami Marlins. And the starting pitching matchup here, Logan Allen, 6-3 with a 5.83 ERA, going up against Ryan Weathers, 3-5 with a 3.41 ERA. Logan Allen is a straight-up gas can, letting you guys know that right now. And he's been getting absolutely shelled by right-handed hitting. 1.90 home run per 9. He's given up a batting average of .317, and the whip is above 1.5. It is at a 1.65 here. Logan Allen has been having a lot of trouble and is being bailed out with run support. That's why he has 6 runs, okay? 6 wins, excuse me. For the Marlins, Ryan Weathers has been coming into his own. He's been a very good bright spot here for the Miami Marlins. Coming off a very good outing strikeout-wise against the Texas Rangers here, 11 Ks, and he pitches better against left-handed at-bats. And if you remember in my previous videos, the Guardians can literally throw out 9 lefties. They did against the Royals. So it's going to be Ryan Weathers versus a lineup, a plethora of left-handed hitting here, and that's the benefit there for Ryan Weathers. He pitches stronger against left-handed pitching. So I'm going to be going with the underdog here, the home dog in the Miami Marlins. I like them on the money line at a -1.5, and I have no problem going to that run spread at that +1.5 there. I'll take a run, and I'll take the team that's in a better spot here at home. All right, and if we're going between the over and under with the type of pitcher you got on the other side, Ryan Weathers has been solid. He might give him a run or two there, but Logan Allen, it could get really ugly when he's on the mound. So I'm going to go towards the over 8 runs in this game. Next up, we have the Colorado Rockies, 22-40, going up against the St. Louis Cardinals, 29-32. Looking at the current odds, we have the Cardinals as big favorites here, -200 on the money line with the comeback of the Colorado Rockies at a +165. The total runs are at 8 runs here in St. Louis. Looking at the public bet percentage here, 89% of the bets, 97% of the money coming in on the Cardinals. So people going right back to the well here as the Cardinals as big public favorites here. The Colorado Rockies did win on Thursday, so this could be a bounce back spot for those St. Louis Cardinals. And looking at the total runs here, 73% of the bets, 76% of the money is coming in on the over 8 runs. All right. Now, this matchup here between Austin Gomber and Lance Lynn should be a pitching duel. All right. It should be a pitching duel. Gomber on at home and on the road has been phenomenal. As you can see, 1-3 with a 3.06 ERA, and that is despite the fact he has been pitching in core. So that's just an accomplishment on itself that his ERA is not 4 and above. Now, and Lance Lynn here for the Cardinals, right back to his old team here, and he's been pitching phenomenally. This is a bounce back year for him, and he is 2-3 with a 3.23 ERA. So I'm definitely loving the under 8 runs in this particular matchup between Gomber and Lance Lynn. If I'm going to choose the money line here, I'm going to be taking the St. Louis Cardinals on the money line here. That's going to be my secondary play, but the main play here, which I think is going to be a very good pitching duel here between Gomber and Lynn, love the under 8 runs. Next game in Angel Stadium here. Houston Astros 28-35 going up against the LA Angels 24-38. Looking at the current odds here, -185 Houston Astros. Pretty solid favorites here, almost close to 200 with the Angels on the comeback at a +150. The total run set at 8. Looking at that public bet percentage here, 96% of the bets, 94% of the money coming in heavily on the Houston Astros here. For the total, we have 67% of the bets, 76% of the money towards the over. Usually the last past couple games you're seeing 80 to 90% on the over. People are creeping in on that under, but I wonder why. When you're looking at this pitching matchup here, Framber Valdez is 4-3 with a 3.95 ERA, one of the studs for the Houston Astros pitching staff here. Going up against Griffin Canning, 2-5 with a 4.69 ERA. When I dug into these guys here, I saw a lot of concerns on both sides. All right, Griffin Canning is god awful to lefties. He's like absolutely putrid to lefties. This is an absolutely great matchup against Yordan Alvarez, Kyle Tucker, John Singleton, Victor Caratini. Those guys are in very good spots as left-handed hitters going up against Griffin Canning. Right now, Canning is giving up a 2.34 home run per 9. That is astronomically bad. A 302 batting average, a 1.64 whip. So this is a great matchup for all the left-handed bats. Hopefully they start 4 right now. They could squeeze in the 5th. But I'm expecting 4 left-handed hitters here for the Astro side of the ball. Griffin Canning against righties is okay, all right? Now, it doesn't get even better for Framber Valdez. Valdez just faced recently this Angels team here, and in that outing, the funny part is the Angels are top 2 in the league against left-handed pitching, and you saw it. So against the Angels, Framber Valdez, 5 innings, 10 hits, 8 runs, 8 earned runs, 3 home runs, and 3 Ks. So it was absolutely horrible outing for him. And if we're looking at the batter versus pitcher, it's for the whole entirety. He has struggled against this team here in the Angels, giving up a 353 average, giving up 7 home runs, and the OPS over 1.027. So very high across the board here. Big question marks. That's going to lean me towards definitely taking the over 8 runs in this spot. I love that here. If I'm choosing a winner here, that's going to be tough because this could go back and forth with how bad it can get. I'm going to lean towards the plus 1.5 on the Angel side. All right. So we got a couple home dogs here that are in spots that are very favorable for them looking at the pitching matchups here. So plus 1.5 on the run spread, and definitely my favorite play is the over 8 runs here with the Astros and the Angels going up against each other. That will be our breakdown for the Friday slate we got going on for January. And that will be our breakdown of the June 7th slate we got going on. Let me know in that comment section down below. What are your thoughts on this particular slate on Friday? Do you agree? Do you disagree with some of the plays that I'm talking about? Do you have any other games you want to speak about? Let me know in that comment section down below. Props as well. If you want the premium plays, if you want the future bets, you sign up for that Patreon link provided down below as well. And if you want to sign up for a sports book that you do not have yet currently, you go to my link, my sportsbook link provided down below, and I'll get you connected through there, all right? And I'll be back with another video very soon, all right? Peace out.